2018 GSL Season 2 Codes Overgrowth.
It's time for our final best of 3. It's weird, man. Guys, Deer got out of the group.
Yeah, well, he won the group. So there you have it.
He's the best player in this group.
Other
Deal
than
with
that, things have been pretty one-sided. Like, Rogue really did kill INnoVation. Well, I guess that one was a little bit close. The Eastwatch game was pretty close.
Here's what went down, all right?
Yeah.
Deer won the group. Someone handed him a basketball. He threw it behind his head.
Yeah.
It swooshed through the basket. He's in a bowling alley right now.
Yeah.
All the pins are down every time.
On all the lanes.
On all the lanes.
Yeah. And when there wasn't one, an earthquake occurred.
That's right. I mean, I don't know. We were all laughing. We were all joking. What's Deer going to do in this group? Get out of it first?
Yeah. Just win the group.
Look at these guys are fighting over the scraps.
Yeah, INnoVation
It's
and Rogue
INnoVation and
fighting
Rogue.
over the scraps.
Fighting over the scraps.
May I please have some more, sir? No!
No.
You may not, little orphan Rogue!
Yeah. You just want everything, don't you, little orphan Rogue? Only one of them gets to move on. Let's make them kill each other. Okay, so it's INnoVation versus Rogue. We're going to start it out on Lost and Found, then Catalyst and Eastwatch if we go to a third map. Now, Rogue is looking on another level compared to Sue. I don't know if the same stuff INnoVation's trying to be pulled off against Sue is going to work here against Rogue.
Fight!
Hey, you want to hear something funny?
Yes.
These guys are battling to see who gets to play Maru in the round of 8.
Is that funny?
Or is it sad?
INnoVation.
Crazy.
Well, certainly not as crazy as Deer winning, right?
What if Deer wins this whole tournament?
Last time you said that he won it.
Did I just do it?
Well, I think
Is it the tasteless curse?
Jin Air Green
he
wins.
could beat Zess.
Rogue.
And then the other side of the bracket, we don't know what it is. Like, but the other side of the bracket, like if you look at some of the players likely to get there, some of those players are very beatable. Like you put like a Stats over there, for instance. Definitely Stats, I think, is going to get out of his group, right? So he might be on that same side of the bracket. We get one of these really weird situations, Tasteless. Maybe Trap is over there too, and it's just like a Protoss side of the bracket, and Deer just goes to the finals.
Yeah.
Crazy things can happen.
INnoVation support here.
Will that be enough?
Yeah, what if Deer wins the whole thing, man? And then wins everything from here on out forever. It's over. And we have to end StarCraft.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're going to end this great experiment.
Yeah.
Deer is the best player of all time.
He's the best human in every regard, then. If you can win everything in StarCraft, you can do anything, man.
Yeah.
He joins the Olympics. He wins mixed curling alone.
Yeah.
How do you even do that?
I don't know. It's like we see him throw the, whatever you call it, the curl down the ice.
The curl.
But then we look up, and there's another deer, and he's like on a broom, and he's like moving it forward. And we're like, what?
Yeah.
How do you, what?
That thing they slide down the ice, what do they call that?
What is that called?
That's called, it's one of those things at the gym that you use to, like, throw around, you know? Kettlebell, that's it. They slide the kettlebell
They
down
don't call
the
it
ice.
a kettlebell.
Yeah,
they definitely
do.
don't.
It's a kettlebell. Haven't you seen it?
It looks like a kettlebell.
Yeah, they slide a
But
kettlebell
it's
down
not, it
the
does,
ice.
but the handle is only on like one side, right?
Yeah, they just took off part of the handle of a kettlebell. I'm sorry, Tasteless. Jeez.
Who am I?
God.
Who
It's
am
like,
I to judge?
no, a car with a broken headlight isn't a car. I'm like, yeah, it is. It's what are we talking about here?
It's a Cyclops car, Toast. This is what it is.
Okay, so it's a Cyclops kettlebell. Regardless,
And Deer wins that right there.
No problem. By the way, very fast triple command center here from INnoVation.
Yeah,
so
INnoVation actually really mixing it up. This is pretty cool.
he's playing the greed game.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Rogue, well, just playing normally.
I don't expect Rogue to do anything severe early on. I think he's just going to macro up.
Yeah, it's super hard to cheese Zerg versus Terran in general early on, and I think it's especially hard to cheese INnoVation as well. Lots of his builds are just very solid, safe macro builds. He knows what he's looking for. Kidding me? INnoVation might be the most cheesed player in the world. When you think about players who get cheesed often, like, is there anyone really that gets cheesed as often as him?
Well,
I mean, anyone above Diamond, because Diamond is just cheese.
It's
but
just
other than
non-stop.
that-
No, I think there's a reason for that too. Is it's like when you try to play him in a long game, you're just running up against a wall, right? Sometimes like the macro players are actually, in some ways, more frustrating than cheese when there's just nothing you can do.
Well, you could work on your macro instead of your cheese. That could be one thing, Tasteless.
But I mean, when you go head-to-head with macro and you keep running into a wall. You know what I'm talking? Like when you look at these games with Rogue, sometimes you see a push come out and it's like, wow, this is so good. You know, this guy's such a solid player, and then you get to Rogue's base and there's just way too many Banelings and Hydras and everything dies, and you're like, huh,
that's frustrating.
I'm not sure what you did wrong there. So we got a Raven coming out now.
Yeah.
Again, nothing's going to happen here from INnoVation for a while. He's powering up.
It's also kind of interesting how late speed is this game. I actually hadn't noticed that. He's got enough queens. Everything should be fine. There's Carapace on the way here as well. Double Robo. Okay, a mech game.
That's right.
Yes. I didn't want to see this just turn into ghosts.
Yeah, this is interesting. 3 bases into mech.
Yeah, very economic
This
play.
could actually throw Rogue off if he doesn't detect what's happening right away.
Sure.
Because he might be on a trajectory to try to deal with Marines and medevacs. But he's going for robots, Tosis. Your favorite thing.
I just love robots. Everyone knows that about me.
You do, man. You're a mech guy. Now,
No, mech wasn't originally robots, but actually, now that I think about it, they made everything into robots. Hold on a second here, right? Because mech in StarCraft 1 had 1 robot and 2 vehicles. Okay, the robot Goliath, and then it had 2 vehicles, a Siege Tank and a Vulture. Now here, we have the Hellion, and you call that a vehicle, but it turns into a robot. And that's how
true.
you're
It's like
actually going to use it in mech, right? Okay, you got the Siege Tank still, that's a vehicle.
Disguise.
The Widowmine is actually literally a little robot. So
It's
4
li-
little
yeah.
legs, and it's got like a little light where its eye is, so you can tell what direction
right.
it's facing in. The Thor is a robot as well. And the Cyclone, that's a vehicle, though. That's a vehicle. Okay.
It's
We got it
interesting how
pretty
you
even.
distinguish this, because technically the Goliath and the Thor are vehicles, too. They just have legs.
Those are robots. What are we even talking about? Do words even mean anything anymore?
Because
those are robots.
A robot would have to be somebody who's not really actually driving it, right? It would operate on
No,
its
you
own.
can drive a robot. Come on.
I don't
Someone
think so.
program the
I'm
robot.
looking at Rapid right now. He's shaking his head, too. Look, you can be loud. You
What,
can,
the
you can,
roboticist
but
Rapid?
honestly,
Are we
yeah.
actually serious here?
Yeah, Rapid's over there right now.
I never
With
met
his
anyone who
robots
knows
shaking his
less
head.
about robots than Rapid until I met you, Tasteless.
Well, that was a savage burn right there. How dare you
You
attack
guys
my
are a
robot
couple
knowledge.
of ignorant robot
Listen, Urtosis,
fools.
you can shout. You can shout all you want, Urtosis. The world's watching.
God.
You could try.
That's not a robot. Oh, my God. Well, I guess there are just no robots. So because someone programmed a robot, so
I
that
think the
person's driving the robot.
Widowmine's robot for sure. I'll give you that one.
But it costs supply, Tasteless. Widowmines don't eat food, so it must be a guy in there driving
Actually,
it.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
They should just cost no supply.
Jeez.
Anyways, with this push coming up here,
Everyone right now in the stream is feeling so bad. They're like, I can't believe you have to work with those guys. Oh, my God. They don't even know what robots are, but they think they do.
we're going to see this push come up here now. And
Oh, a little
I don't know if
counterattack,
actually this could be contested.
Yeah, he should be able to actually force a cancel here. Oh, the Banelink connections. Oh,
Gonna
he
hold
might
up.
actually. He's going to force him up.
Yeah, if he can actually get these medevacs as well,
Oh
then
my
they can't
God.
actually retreat. This is a huge win here for Rogue. If he
Yeah,
can close
killing
it.
all of that off.
Yeah.
The counterattack didn't do that much, really. But the fact that he got both the Thors and the medevacs, that's amazing. And all those Hellbats as well. Really, really solid defense there by Rogue.
Problem now is if you are going for mech like this, the wind's been taken out of your sails. Like, it's hard to reboot after you lose all that because it takes so long to get a lot of these units out.
Yeah. And I mean, you lost those mechanical suits. So that's rough. You got to remake
rough,
those
man,
mechanical suits and then put a guy
Takes a
in
long
them.
time to build, yeah.
Yeah.
So we got the, at this point in time, I feel like Rogue is going to be able to consume a lot more of the map. And we got to see actually whether or not INnoVation can actually take, I guess he doesn't have to do it right now, but it will eventually have to take a 5th base here. Not right away, but at some point in time.
Would you classify INnoVation's play as robotic taste?
Yes. I would absolutely do that.
I'm trying to figure out where
Although,
you draw the lines. That's all.
I gotta be honest, man.
I'm not bitter.
I think that INnoVation's actually improved a lot, though. I mean, we used to talk about him being a robot and being like Skynet and stuff, but he's actually mixed up his playstyle pretty damn well now.
Even though he's actually literally a human, not even a robot suit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you haven't seen his interviews yet. Yeah. You might think otherwise.
Yeah. These lane counter harasses are actually doing pretty darn well. 16 SCVs going down, not bad. Still healthy SCV count. 2-2 on the way here. There's Hydra base play coming out of Rogue. He's got a lot of the map.
Yeah.
Did he make his infestation pit yet? I actually was kind of like
I didn't
caught
see
up with the integrity. Okay, he has the infestation pit, but he hasn't started Hive. Oh wow! Look, he's making a lot of Ling Bane right now.
Yeah,
like
it looks like he sees there might be an opening here.
He
doesn't even care. He's doing that right underneath the barracks.
Oh my god!
Now, hold up.
Wait until the siege tanks kill all of them.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I don't think you should attack in here.
No, that's a lot.
Okay, so 2-2 just now finished up, making INnoVation even harder to actually attack into.
Yeah.
Problem though is that INnoVation, because of the unit composition he picked, since he did go mech, he has to actually push out. I mean, Rogue doesn't have to try to kill INnoVation either. If you go for Ghost and you try to drag the game out, it's a little bit different because you can slowly reach out and take other bases. And I don't know. We got to wait and see what happens with this push here from INnoVation.
Well, the one thing I really
want
want
for
to see,
Storm Hosts.
Yeah, that's cool to see. Storm Hosts, not everyone's really using them right now against mech. Definitely still worthwhile, though, I would say. I would really like to see a Hive. Okay, he finally starts the Hive. I was going to say, though, like, you have the money to start the Hive. Just start the Hive. Like, eventually you're going to need Vipers or something. The siege tanks in siege mode are going to be so strong otherwise, especially when you have a mostly Baneling army.
Okay, here comes that push now.
That is a lot of guys in robot suits.
That's right.
Mechanical suits. I'm so sorry to use that
vehicles,
word.
Vehicles are toast. Focus. Problem for the Zerg is that if Terran's set up right, Zerg eats so much damage before they can do anything attack-wise. And right now, pushing into this area, it seems like INnoVation actually has that position.
Yeah, he's really getting out in front here, bringing the Hellbats up as well. Spire is on the way. Definitely a bit of a way off. He has to be able to clear this now. Coming in with so many Banelings rolling in here. The Locust coming in from the side as well. And he actually clears most of the support.
That was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
He broke off about half of that army. You could see Rogue completely maxed. He's just refilling everything.
Yeah.
And INnoVation actually has to leave.
Cost efficiency-wise, though, that went to INnoVation, I think, right? Because he used a lot of Ling Bane, and he mostly killed off Hellbats. Like, he killed enough support that INnoVation had to turn around. I think that's obviously the most important part.
Well, certainly it's better to lose the Hellbats than the tanks and the Thors, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there definitely is like a hierarchy of what you can handle losing. So in a lot of ways, I think you're right. Even though Rogue wins the fight, and INnoVation essentially did not destroy any bases or do really that much, the truth is that, like, okay, well, for all the resources spent, who really came out on top? And I think you're right, it's probably INnoVation.
All right, still marauding around the map right now. A lot of Hydras out. 4 evolution chambers on the way. He really wants to get those upgrades. That's going to give him 7 evolution chambers.
Yeah, that's right. To get that 4th Zerg upgrade that we didn't know about. This is smart. The Swarm Host play here, this is really a way to abuse a mech player. Since mech, you got to stay back and defend so much. The Swarm Hosts are hold on a second. We actually have the push coming up here.
Swarm Hosts cost like a certain amount of supply, or a decent amount of supply rather.
That's true.
But the thing is, the map is so long, you can kind of send an offensive volley, and then if the Terran's moving across the map, they're going to recharge before he gets to your bases.
Yeah, that's true. By the way, 3-3 about to finish here on these vehicle and not robot weapons that we see in the bottom right.
Vehicle weapons. That is the name of the upgrade, Tasteless. So, I mean, you may as well be a designer of StarCraft, too. All right, the Locust jumping in on top of those siege tanks, actually doing a pretty decent job. The Hydras, though, being massive bird out front.
That was bad. This is the opening that INnoVation needs now. He can actually, and look at this. Is he going right up in towards where the main is? Because you can do this. You can actually if you get in far enough, just skip all the bases. You don't have to play whack-a-mole with bases. You can actually just keep moving out.
Now, this push is definitely a very scary one. The fact that Rogue continually is having to make, like, Banes and Hydras to fight siege tanks?
Yeah.
That's rough.
Okay, so we see the Rogue's almost maxed out, but we're still waiting for that army to come in. It looks like the Locust should hit first, and then everything else will come in.
And, oh, very nice Blinding Clouds coming in from the side. Those 4 extra Evolution Chambers, I guess, paying off. And he should be able to clear this all out now.
Yeah, this is very well handled here by Rogue. There's still a small remainder of the army still here. But yeah, this is eventually cleaned up. Now, Rogue is continuing to grow out, right? He's over here in the bottom right.
Well, he lost 22 drones and all that, too, so...
That's true.
His economy
he did lose that
definitely
hatchery as well, you know.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Look at these Blue Flame Hellions just on top of the Swarm Host there. I guess they do reload, though.
Okay, so INnoVation's going to try to come in again. You know, it's weird because we see Rogue pretty handedly holding off these attacks, but honestly, he's like maxed out again. He's coming in here with another army.
Yeah.
I mean,
INnoVation hasn't really been hurt.
Yeah, exactly. If this keeps up, I think actually Rogue might have to tap out. The only thing Rogue's had going for him is some of these Swarm Host attacks, where he is actually getting an effective trade.
INnoVation doing quite a job this game, I gotta say. You know, if Rogue loses here, I'm gonna feel really stupid, Tasteless.
You know what's crazy about this is that we had Sue and Rogue in this game, and I was talking about early on, okay, if INnoVation were to beat Sue, then he's going to have a real versatile approach, right? Because he's going to go against the best Zerg in the world, Rogue, probably the best player in the world, Rogue. And he's actually done it. He's totally mixed up his play styles, and it looks like he should be able to win this game over here. Just game 1 of this best of 3. But, you know, INnoVation is someone who has consistently throughout StarCraft 2's history reasserted himself.
Yeah. Continues to do so. And, I mean, it's a little bit of a late start for INnoVation this season, but he hasn't won any big tournaments yet. So
yeah, that's true.
He's going to eventually do it, right?
He's going to take one eventually, right?
Yeah. It's just playing a phenomenal game here.
GG. INnoVation takes game 1. Okay. Guys.
Dude, if Rogue doesn't make it through here, the only Zerg left in the tournament is Dark.
Oh my God.
We might actually have a round of 8 without Zergs. Who knows?
Zerg might be going extinct, guys.
Could be.
We're going to have to take the old Zerg players, and you have to pay a lot of money to hunt them. Okay? But that money goes to keeping those Zerg players alive and in the GSL, all right? You're going to come down here. It costs about $300,000. You give me $300,000, I'll give you a rifle, and you can go hunt an ST, okay?
Oh, my gosh.
All right? But it's to keep these other Zerg players around, guys. If we don't take care of the Earth, all right?
Yeah.
If we don't start recycling, there's not going to be any Zerg players left.
No, that's important.
Okay.
But listen, don't worry. We're going to use the money from hunting the Zerg players to get more Zerg players and protect them.
That's right. Yeah. So.
Going to have to get sterile over here.
That's right, yeah.
Going to have to start importing some wild Zergs.
That's right, some wild Zergs.
Domesticate them in the
repopulate.
GSL.
Okay, we're not going to let him get out of hand.
Yeah.
We've got Terrans and Protosses to kill him in that way, all right?
Look, we already tried to domesticate a laser.
Fight.
He bit the trainers a couple times, but you know what? We're going to try again back.
Okay, we're going to game 2. Rogue versus INnoVation. Again, Rogue. Oh my God. I won't tell you until the game starts.
You're already spoiler, man. This is what I want to see.
That's what I didn't tell you guys until it came on camera. I saved it until now.
I was wondering, I'm like, did he go for a command center before a supply depot? Because maybe that would be the other thing that could happen, right?
Yeah. So here we go.
Oh my God.
INnoVation.
The Overlord is not doing an anti-Maru scout. Okay, so double proxy barracks. Now, obviously, Rogue is on the same team as the best proxy barracks player in the world, Maru, the guy who does it like the most often. There's like people with novelty accounts that only proxy double barracks that don't proxy double barracks as much as Maru does in the GSL. So I'm just throwing that out there. Like he should have great practice against this.
This is crazy. INnoVation is showing such range here as a Terran versus Zerg player.
Yeah. Mech into double proxy.
I know. This is just crazy. Now we want to wait for the moment when Rogue identifies what's coming at him.
Well, as soon as they go up the ramp, I guess. The Overlord is kind of... It's sitting in such a place that it'll see anything that comes up. And he's actually going gasless, which should help against this.
Waiting for the moment. Rogue suddenly realizes...
now he knows.
He knows.
Overlord's like, oh, get out of here, guys. Okay, the drone's coming down immediately. A good pull.
Okay.
Very decisive here. That's important. Rogue is playing very decisively.
Okay, now remember, these drones are not mining. You want to try to get in between the bunker and the SCVs and the Marines. Now, the problem is that they're still taking shots.
Yep, but
now
look at this. He sends out the drones that are damaged. Those are going to go mine for a moment. He has 8 Lings about to pop out. 2 Queens are on the way. So far, so good.
Yeah. Okay, again, he's going to be able to get both of these bunkers, it looks like.
That is such a big deal. Oh, my God.
2 drones
He's
down.
so good against this.
Now, again, the stutter step micro here from INnoVation is going to be key. If Zerg overextends, the Zerg bleeds off too much.
If he can target down that SCV.
Now, remember, there's not an easy plan B here for Terran if they don't do enough damage. Your barracks are in the middle of the map. That's not going to help you in the long run.
Dude, the SCVs are gone. There's no more SCVs to build bunkers with. INnoVation's in a bad place right now.
Yeah. Okay, he's ditching it. Rogue is going to be thrilled to be in a position like this.
Yeah.
And he really didn't suffer that many losses. I think he lost 2 drones total.
Yeah, I believe you're right. 2 drones. A couple Lings probably. Obviously, he lost mining time and had to make Lings instead of drones, but like this is very, very, very good for Rogue. Where does INnoVation go from this? Okay, he makes a command center. He's going to reactor on his factory. These are kind of things you would expect, but he is stifled, no doubt.
Yeah, he's in... This sucks. This sucks for INnoVation. But I can't blame him for doing that strategy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to be able to mix it up if you're going to take out a player like Rogue. And INnoVation won with that mech style in Game 1. Why not try this? You know?
Yeah. There's no reason not to throw in a double proxy barracks, but I think from now on against Rogue, why? Like, I wasn't really paying attention in the first game completely to the exact opening builds, but I think that both these games now, Rogue skipped the early gas, which actually does help against these bunker rushes. Speed comes like way too late. If you're trying to do something with gas to stop a bunker rush, it means your hatchery's gone. So maybe he is just a almost bunker rush proof Zerg player.
So, the double command center, we have a starport coming up behind that. The problem when you do a rush like this as INnoVation and it doesn't work out is there's this big gap where you can't pressure the Zerg hardly at all. Like there's Hellions coming out now. This is not a real threat.
No. 2 Hellions.
2 Hellions, this laid out. Zerg's already taken a third base. The creep's already pretty adequately spread everywhere.
Yeah, that looks good. It's really not bad for this early after a bunker rush. Roach Warren is on the way right now as well. Ooh. The Roach Warren could be a defensive structure here, thinking that INnoVation will do some sort of all-in, but INnoVation's actually going for a quick 3rd command center, so he's trying to catch up in a different way. He's getting a Raven, though, that can help to push back some of his creep as well.
Yeah, Raven also can allow you to be in a much better position later on, in the game. So with INnoVation trying to get back on his feet, I would imagine, I know it's INnoVation, but I would imagine Rogue's incredibly comfortable overall with how this game's gone.
Yeah.
Any Zerg player, basically, they hold off the rush. They're feeling good, but I would imagine if anybody can actually take this point and then bring it to a closer, it should be Rogue.
Yes, I would agree with that. And I'm not going to say this stupid thing like if anyone could come back from here, it would be INnoVation, because it wouldn't be. This is not the
there's a reason why this
shines.
Yeah, there's a reason why this is a risky build, right? Is because it doesn't pan out well if it doesn't work. And so ideally, 2 players of even skill, the one that holds the rush should win.
Yeah, we would hope so. Otherwise, rushes would be too good. Okay, so Roach is coming across right now against mostly Hellions. There is a Raven out.
Yeah, the Hellions can't really directly address the Roaches.
With the 2 bunkers on the way, obviously he's not really going to get that much done. Looks like he turns around, but he forced, a little bit here out of INnoVation. Like, he started a Banshee, he started 2 bunkers, he might not even finish them, we'll see. you can finish them and sell them, whatever you want. Some Cyclones on the way. He might have wanted those anyways, but didn't see those last game. It wasn't really a Cyclone type.
That's right. So the fact that we had a double barracks rush into trying to as quickly as you can get expansions up now into the tempo of this game is weird. Okay, INnoVation is playing a very offbeat Terran game this time around, but it's pretty cool. I like it. Do you know what map 3 was off the top of your head?
Map 3, yeah, it's Eastwatch.
Eastwatch,
actually.
okay.
And so that's actually a good INnoVation match. He almost took Rogue down there, even though he lost like all his SCVs early. Remember that? He had 3-3, and we're sitting there watching like 4 mutas die to kill a Marine.
Yeah.
But look, there's actually an infestation pit about to finish. I think he's going to go into Swarm Host.
Well, I think
this is
he did
super
scout
early
it.
for Hive.
He scouted it. You know that this is Mech, and I think Swarm Host is a very good way to address Mech.
Especially if you're going to get him this early.
You're playing around having to fight Mech head on.
Yeah, if you're getting them especially early before any attacks will occur, it gives you a lot of time to gain value with them before anyone moves out. So this is the perfect type of situation to use these in. They should increase his lead here. Just kind of harass INnoVation a bit. It's going to be very hard for him to keep everything alive. Even things like, that depot wall you always see on the left?
Yeah, of course.
That's a great thing to target down.
Sure.
Launch him into the main base. Launch him anywhere, man.
So we have 13 Swarm Hosts coming out here now. And, by the way, Rogue's creep spread really, really scary this game. Like, we're getting to the point where there might be creep over where the Terran will take a 4th base.
Yeah, it's true, actually. It's going to be there.
Yeah,
before he takes it.
Again, a lot of this just goes back to the fact that Terran did that proxy barracks, and it didn't work. Yeah. And Rogue is someone who can absolutely take momentum and really run with it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Goodbye, Siege Shanks. Look at that. Couple Siege Shanks
immediately. A lot of damage, Artosis.
Yeah.
Are those units free? How much money do those units cost when they come out of the Swarm Host, Artosis?
They cost 50 man and 50 minerals each time.
Wow. There's at least one person right now, at their monitor. That's not true.
No, they are free. They are free.
They are free. Hold on, I'm going to get on Twitter right now. No, this is just such a smart way to deal with mech, right? Yeah. I mean, the problem with mech for whoever it's against, whatever race you're playing as, it's hard to run in without you eating all the damage first, and then you get your turn to try to fight. So what Rogue does is he gets Swarm Hosts, which have way greater range, and you just chip away at this.
It's the biggest range in the game is the Swarm Host.
Yeah.
And look at this. This is great. And he's actually going to jump up on top of everything now. A couple of really fantastic anti-armor missiles, but it doesn't matter. INnoVation is dead.
Yeah, Rogue making it look easy. And you can see Rogue's actually just trying to bust in here. He doesn't even want to waste time trying to go for the 3rd base.
Yeah, the amount of damage he's done, just the fact that he keeps resetting these unit counts. Look at this, 25 roaches being made, continuing to throw out locusts. INnoVation, whether he leaves or not, is dead. There is not a comeback in this game.
Wow, even gooping the 2 factories.
Wow. Those are tank factories, too.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny seeing 2 tanks in production next to each other in the production tab?
Crazy.
Not something you see every day.
Okay, we're waiting for INnoVation to tap out, but we will go to our 3rd and final game now. As this is going to be tied up 1-1.
Eastwatch is actually a good map for INnoVation. He could have won it that last time, even though Rogue played out of his mind, the Baneling landmines and stuff. But I think especially for INnoVation, it's a good map. It's just like fits his style well and everything. So I don't know what's going to happen here. I don't know who's going to advance.
Well, what's weird about that is that, there is a gamble when you do a proxy like that, right? And of all the Zerg players out there, it seems like Rogue is not going to die to that. Because when you're the best Zerg in the world, that's when you get cheesed the most, right? INnoVation's been cheesed throughout his whole career because people are like, I don't know, man, his late game's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll roll the dice on this one. But, INnoVation did win in a head-to-head macro fight.
Yeah.
Against Rogue. He did before.
He did. It was well done.
Now, let's keep in mind, Rogue can absolutely do something crazy. He can do something cheesy. He's done it before.
I wonder what it would be if he wants to try something like that.
All right, our game's ready. Remember.
I don't know, Artosis. Shut up.
Silence, Artosis. Game 3's ready. Again, the winner moves on to the round of 8. The loser's out.
Oh, he's making proxy rocks again. Ah, no, I'm just joking.
It's Josh and Ostosis.
Yeah.
INnoVation.
You ever notice there's a little ramp at that command center?
Yeah, that's how the SUVs get in and out.
Yeah.
You notice there's a little fun slide here.
So yeah, there is.
Jin Air Green Wings.
You know, if you get to the top of
Those
the hatchery
covered
and you
slides.
slide down, yeah.
You know, I went through a covered slide today for the first time in many, many years. I was at the park with my daughter, and
Yeah.
there was no one there. So I just was like, you know what? I'm going to go down that slide.
Is it as good as
I've been looking at that slide for 2 years.
Yeah. How was it going down that slide?
I actually started going faster than I thought I was.
It's pretty crazy, right?
Than I thought I would be
Yeah.
going. So I actually wussied out a little bit, put my shoes on the side a little bit, slowed myself down.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't want any injuries shooting out into the sand before I come to
That's
to
right. You
GSL.
come limping into the GSL.
Like, what happened to you? I got sandburn.
I went down a slide wearing shorts.
Yeah. I was, too.
Do you ever have one of those things in your neighborhood, like those, like Discovery Zone or whatever, like these tubes you could crawl around in and ball pits or?
There, no, not one of those. There was a ball pit at like
Chuck E.
the Chuck E.
Cheese's?
Cheese ripoff that was in my town.
There was a Chuck E. Cheese ripoff?
Yeah, we weren't big enough for a real Chuck E. Cheese, I guess. So
Oh, no kidding.
We had a
Did they have like animatronic
it was called
robots that
Funhouse Pizza.
that
Yeah,
would
it did.
play music and scare the
It
children?
was it was the same thing as Chuck E. Cheese. It was just owned by
Yeah.
a family in the area.
It was like Chummy Cheddars or something like that.
Funhouse Pizza, actually.
Funhouse Pizza. Yeah, that is a ripoff. That is a counterfeit.
I loved Funhouse Pizza. Don't you talk any trash on it.
That's
That place
fine.
was amazing. I had my
Do you remember
7th
when you were a
birthday
kid
party
and you're
there.
like,
It was
oh my God,
amazing.
there's pizza and there's arcade games, there's a ball pit.
So good. Then I had to go play all the skill arcade games because I don't have enough quarters.
That's right.
Turtles, man.
Which Turtles game?
Turtles in Time.
What was the one that came out before that?
Turtles 3.
What was the original Turtles game?
Oh, that was the
arcade.
Nintendo one. That was crazy. That wasn't an arcade game, though.
No,
Turtles
but,
2 was the original
before it was out on
arcade game.
Nintendo, there was the original, the Ninja Turtles one. Turtles in Time was quite good though too.
The Turtles 2. It was like I remember that game so fondly. It was like the first video game I got better than my older brother at.
It's
And
important.
I was like, oh, this is the moment. This is the turning point.
It's happening.
And now he is a professor of mathematics, and I cast StarCraft in Korea.
You're the true Victor Artosis.
Clearly.
By the way, in this game, it looks like we're having what is a fairly normal TVZ. Rogue not doing anything crazy this time around.
Yeah. The, looks like a... Wait. This is a 2-on-1, right? Or am I crazy? I wasn't really paying attention. I was talking about Chuck E. Cheese's.
We got Stim coming
It's
now.
only making 2 Marines. Oh, there's a third. Okay,
Yeah.
it is a 2-on-1.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think there's a version of this with only... Wait a minute, with a reactor barracks than one that you... with a tech lab to upgrade. Yeah, okay, that's enough. So, regular 2-on-1 here from INnoVation.
Trying to hide it as well as he can.
Yeah. I think he'll just play as normal as can be, because the map is pretty good for him anyways.
Yeah. This is a huge map, by the way. A lot of expansions. Yeah, he might go just for a super long macro game here.
I think, you harass a little bit, you see if you can cancel a 4th base with your 2-on-1, and eventually a nice tank push comes out. And you kind of utilize the terrain, and if you can kill off that 4th base, that's where you get that really big advantage. So
yeah.
I think that's the type of game we're going to see here. Rogue, so far, though, did he make the Evo? Where's his upgrade? Oh, he just got enough gas, so
And
maybe it starts.
what INnoVation does is he's generally quite good at not losing any medevacs and getting in and getting out. And in fact, there's been several games we've casted of INnoVation where he just does this perfectly, like 3 times in a row, coming in with his Marines, and then suddenly the game snowballs and he wins.
Yeah, I think against Rogue, it's a
Well,
hard sell.
it's
but-
not supposed to happen against Rogue, that much is for sure.
By the way, Rogue did make a very healthy amount of queens. He's going into double evolution chamber here. His zergling speed isn't done yet, but will be shortly. Reaper just coming up into the main base to harass.
Okay,
Oh, man.
here we go.
Is Rogue ready for this? A lot of links coming up, but they're
that was
slow.
actually pretty mind-gamey right there, by the way. You never drop where the Reaper actually is.
Yeah, that's true.
And this might end up paying off in dividends here.
And the speed just a little bit slow here. I'm going to go ahead and try to target down that Spore. Can't quite do it. Has to pick up.
Oh, man.
Hey, at the end of the day, maybe the mind game was Rogue's. It's like, I'll let you get in there and pretend you're going to do damage. Nope.
So I want to go back on that because there was something very subtle but cool. Normally you send the Reaper in one place, right? Mm-hmm. And then you drop somewhere else because the whole idea is that you want to try to attack that Reaper, right? And then they want to have your army in a bad spot. But what he did is he actually dropped on top of the Reaper because he knew that Rogue is such a good player. He will send the exact bare minimum out there to stop the Reaper and be looking elsewhere for the drop.
Yeah.
And that's why that had that momentum. And had that medevac gotten out, because he did lose one, INnoVation would be in an even better spot.
Yeah, as is. I mean, he's picking off an Overlord here and there and this type of thing. The creep spread's looking okay so far. He hasn't really denied very much creep spread. We don't see a fourth base taken, though.
Well, I think this is a smart move here by Rogue. Rogue's powering up, and when he gets a fourth, he wants to make sure that he can keep it.
All right, the additional medevac's coming. Ah, he lifts up one. Did you just turn on the boosters? Yeah, he did. Okay. All boosting together.
So here's 1-1, wrapping up, and we have another drop over here, this time inside the main. And it looks like there should be enough momentum here with what's coming out.
Wow, that 1-1 paying off hugely there.
Perfectly done, really. Okay, he loses a medevac. Now, again, he wants to try to target the Banes. Okay, that was a smart decision there by INnoVation.
Yeah.
Just back out.
That was good, though. Like, I really liked what we saw there from INnoVation, just nailing with that 1-1. 1-1 is on the way for Rogue. It's going to be finishing pretty soon, but not ready quite yet. By the way, he's going into Hydralisk Tech this game. He went Mutas last time on this map against INnoVation. So interesting to see that kind of change. And he's still only on 3 bases. You know what? Maybe because there's this much harassment going on with the... sometimes Terrans will skimp on tanks to kind of keep the pressure on. And if you stay on just Bio Medevac for a little bit, you can see a Zerg player get into big Hydra Bane and just do an attack that you can't stop.
Yeah.
And then we sometimes see base trades occur.
Right.
Like weird TVZ base trades. We could see Rogue planning something like that. Okay, he finally starts his 4th hatch.
Yeah, and again, this is a very late 4th hatch.
Yeah, and he's got...
And for good reason.
He's got 2-2 on the way and Burrow. So all this is pointing towards not what I was talking about with the big attack. But I gotta tell you, I really like INnoVation's spot here.
Yeah, he's done a very good job handling this so far. So we're finally at the point in time where Rogue is going to start powering up with Lings and Hydras. Now, does he really want to attack? I'm not sure. I think he really wants to do is just try to hold off whatever INnoVation's going to throw at him.
That drop not quite working out. The Spore doing its job very, very well there. Little group of units for a counterattack already. You know what would be a really cool move is somehow getting those eBays, just make a ton of Banes and try to roll and get them. Oh man, imagine denying 2-2. What a big move that would be. How many Banelings is that worth to you, Tasis?
It's a lot.
What would you do for a Klondike bar? Another version of the question.
That's right.
What would you do to stop 2-2? What would you do?
Wait,
to stop 2-2.
Did he get Burrow?
He did get Burrow.
Okay, so we want to watch for that because we saw some insane good burrowing here. Was that Rogue or was that Sue? Am I mixing them up?
Rogue.
Well, no, it was Rogue.
Rogue
Right?
did
Yeah,
it both times. Both times this map.
Because that was actually a huge factor in how he won, so easily.
He's smart. He just burrows them on train tracks, and you know that trains don't really have any leeway.
Yeah,
They go on the tracks.
he's doing a great job with this.
Yeah.
Just spotting. Okay, so here comes the moment we've basically been building up to. Is INnoVation's finally pushing out, and you can see Rogue is actually trying to get as much potential circulation on the map as possible. He's trying to open up all these areas. He's making a Baneling wall or two. Did you see that?
His 2-2 is just about to finish here, so that's really, really important before they actually engage. 3-3 is on the way for INnoVation, but not there quite yet.
Yeah, no, we're still a ways off from that. But yeah, 2-2's done.
Oh, he's splitting his units off.
Oh, and we see looks like INnoVation's going to try to expand here. Now, is Rogue going to contest it? We might see him go back and make 1 million Banelings.
If INnoVation just turtles in that area, you're not going to attack in. Off creep, Lingbane Hydra against siege tanks and bio, No, man. You can't get anything done there. Not when you're both maxed out. That'd be as crazy as Deer winning this group.
Can you believe that happened? I can't believe Deer got out of this group. Of all groups, of all players. Okay, hold on. INnoVation's going to move out now. Looks like Rogue might be able to intercept, though. So he's got Hydras up there. I don't know if there are Hydras at the lower right, though. Well, this medevac's coming out.
Well, he's got a lot of creep to see it. Dropping these off as soon as he gets spotted. I think he's picking off quite a bit of creep tumors there. INnoVation's defensive play here is really, really strong. It doesn't seem like there's too much that Rogue can get done. He is going Hive, though, and, of course, Ghost Academy on the other side, the Terran Hive, as we should probably call it.
The Terran Hive. Okay, now, Rogue's got to be careful. You do not want to overstep here.
This is a very cute little back-and-forth battle there.
It's funny, because, it's hard for Hydras to run away if they're not on creep, right?
Yeah. A lot more lings being produced.
But then again, if Terran, holds his ground, then there's a problem because banelings are going to come. So it's kind of this weird tug of war you see.
A little dance
as they're
back
pursuing
and forth.
each other, yeah.
More command centers being made. 4 ghosts at a time. Upgrades all over the place. Full tech. Here we go.
INnoVation's going all the way.
Good final game. Final game of the night, right? INnoVation or Rogue is going to move on. The other one's out of the tournament. This is a good way to end it. Gigantic macro game on a gigantic map.
Now, there are so many possible bases that Rogue can still take.
Yeah.
Okay? Because this is a big map. So it's like,
this map.
How elastic can INnoVation be with his units to where he can actually, of all players, Rogue has probably got the best late game ZVT. How long can he, how much can he stretch this game?
This map is really kind of funny and weird for these really giant games. We don't normally get to complete end game here in CVT because a lot of times Terran's already done his damage or Zerg has done enough damage that Terran didn't do his damage.
Yeah.
This is different, though. They're both getting there, which is kind of interesting as well because Eastwatch is almost needlessly large. Like, we've never seen a game here where all the bases were taken.
Well, it's almost impossible.
Like, close your eyes. How many bases are on Eastwatch?
What is it like? Without looking at the map, I want to say like 14 or something? There's a lot, right? Hold on, Toast.
There's like 18 bases here, and it's a 2-player map.
Crazy. Okay, hold on. Rogue's actually pushed INnoVation off of this location. This could start to snowball. Look at this. He's actually coming in here. He's taking out these tanks. He's taking everything out. I think if Rogue remaxes, he can actually run over INnoVation.
All right. Yeah.
Again, if you're... But...
I don't know if you... like, he's making 7 Ultras, so, I mean, that's definitely something...
Well, I think the thing is that Rogue might be able to get in here while INnoVation's, like, in between, getting that final tech. Like, it was a very specific moment that he came in here at. And, I mean, he's basically setting up for it. He's got some more banelings. He's making more Zerglings. When these Ultras come out, I think he's going to attack. And, again, I think if he can knock off that planetary position... Oh, but there are a lot of ghosts out now, aren't there?
Yeah. When you start attacking with Ultras into this type of stuff, it gets pretty scary pretty quickly. I mean, this should be a nice little denial. I think he might be denying the gold at the bottom. I'm not sure, though.
Something's happening at the bottom. We haven't gotten a shot of it.
And look at that funny Ling attack. Went a long way around to do that.
Okay, I mean, it's starting to add up. 17 more banelings. That's another thing that can telegraph that we're going to have an attack coming up here.
Creep spread is looking pretty good, and it's just so funny, though. You, like, look at all these bases. I'm like, how do you even manage this many bases that are on this map? It's so crazy. Rogue opening up some more areas.
Yep. And it looks like this isn't very well defended. The army's actually on the very, very left side of the map. But Rogue doesn't want to overextend. I mean, we've seen this a lot of times with Zerg players where they have the Ultras, they got the banelings, but at the end of the day, when they try to come in there and fight, the Ghosts end up coming out on top. And it looks like, in fact, Rogue's going to try to go for it.
All right, he's rolling in with quite a few banelings, so you can definitely kill the planetary if you commit to it. And he does end up committing here, but look at how efficient INnoVation is being. The Liberators, the Marauders, the Snipes.
Well, I mean, these Lings are also killing SCVs over here.
Yeah,
Again, I mean, Rogue has the, he's got the bankroll, right?
And INnoVation's SCV count just took a big hit as well as one of his bases straight dying.
That's 30 killed SCVs.
Because he's doing little burrow tactics as well. This is so smart. Look at how much INnoVation's being pulled around the map. Maybe you're right, Tasus. Maybe he could just remax and kill him.
He might try to go for it. Problem is if you don't execute this correctly as a Zerg, suddenly you've like given up your advantage, you know? But I think the fact that he got those SCVs is the real story here.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Rogue's economy is just too big as well. Look at this. You know that Rogue is really killing someone when he's only making ground units, but he's upgrading from 2 Spires at once. You know?
Yeah.
That's Rogue's like trademark, you are so dead move.
So again, if he just takes out these exterior bases, oh man. You know, and what Rogue's doing so well right now is he's starting fires everywhere. And it's up to INnoVation to put him out. And look at this. By the way, 20 more SCVs have been killed. The death count continues to rise. I think we're witnessing the beginning of the end here, Artosis. I think Rogue's actually managed to beat INnoVation. He just has to close it out.
What a prize it will be as well to play his teammate, the other best player in the world, in the round of 8.
Wow.
Man. Oh my God.
INnoVation with what, 20 workers now? And it's only going to get worse from here. I mean, Zerg can continuously max out.
Yeah, INnoVation really just doesn't have anything left here. He's making 6 SCVs and a Marauder. Do you think the Marauder is the way to victory here, this Marauder being made?
I don't think so, Artosis.
But he already has like 2 and 2 Marines right there, so like 3 Marauders and 2 Marines. That fits in a medevac, right? Just go drop one of these bases on the other side of the map. Dude, you kill a hatch, okay? You got to start somewhere.
This is going to be his Alamo right here.
You want to go across the country, Tasus, you got to take the first step.
I'm trying to imagine a game where INnoVation comes back here. And it's not coming to me.
Well, the game would have to crash, and the replay would have to be corrupted so we can't resume from replay. And INnoVation would have to be an ass to say that he doesn't give Rogue the victory.
He's like, I want another chance.
So that's the world in which INnoVation might be able to win this.
I think after these 46 Lings come out, he's just going to attack in here again. So funny, it's like every time there's a Ling attack, at least 30 workers die.
Yeah.
Okay, another base poked out.
Oh man, Rogue just everywhere. He's not even pushing his creep anymore. He's like, nah, that's enough creep.
Yeah,
that's fine. 116 SCVs died to 7 drones.
Wow.
Normally don't see that ratio.
35 more Banelings being added.
It's got Corruptors too. It's time to vomit on some buildings.
Okay, a scan down here. Now again, if INnoVation can keep weathering this and he doesn't get killed, eventually Rogue's not traded efficiently. All right, here we go.
Man.
He's coming in now.
All right. The Snipe's going to try to come out here. A lot of Marauders there, but there's enough Banelings to almost do anything. Oh my God, that splitting
is serious. That split was godlike. Doesn't matter though, GG. Not enough. Rogue survives and INnoVation's out of the GSL.
Well, this is the sickest round of 16 we've ever had, so one of them had to go. That is INnoVation. Rogue advancing. The unstoppable force of Rogue.
And in case you're wondering
barely
who else,
getting out of his group.
In case you're wondering who else got out of our group, Deer. It wasn't Sue. And it wasn't INnoVation.
No, it certainly was not.
This isn't 2016, ladies and gentlemen. It's 2018. And Deer and Rogue, those guys are so hot right now.
Sue wanted... so hot right now.
They're so hot right now.
Sue wanted his revenge, and I guess he gets it in a form of speaking, right? INnoVation doesn't move on to the next round.
That's right.
But neither does Sue. He's like, see, INnoVation, I've broken the cycle. I don't get second place, you don't get first place. It's done. It is done.
He made it. Second place. Congratulations. Thank you.
2위 진출 축하드립니다. 먼저 소감 어떠세요?
How do you feel?
진짜로 1등으로 너무 진출하고 싶었는데 너무 아쉽고.
I really wanted to make it out of the group first place.
만나게 됐는데 재밌는
So,
경기.
anyways, I'm going to be facing it tomorrow. I'm gonna have to train hard. I'm gonna have some good games with him.
이렇게 다소 어렵게 올라가게 돼서 아쉬울 것 같아요. 자, 최종전 이야기부터 해볼게요.
A lot of people anticipated that you'd get out first.
그 중심에는 군단
Let's talk about your final match first.
군단 플레이 너무 어려운 것 같은데
That was really impressive with that Swarmhouse play. Do you feel like that's the key to how you play against Terran?
맹독충으로 시작하면은 바이오닉을 상대하기는 많이 좋지만 메카닉을 못 이기겠더라고요.
네.
또 바퀴 시작하면
When I started
바이오닉을 또 못 이기겠고
going Banling against Terran, it was pretty hard
연습을 많이 하고 왔는데
to take on Bio.
제가 좀 유리했는데
I practiced a lot
상황을 제가 좀
against mech style.
생각하다 보니까
And there's a lot of situations that I feel like I'm ahead, but I don't know how to capitalize on it.
됐을 것 같은데 그 판이 너무
And so I'm trying to. I feel like a lot of times if I have the right amount of patience, I can win. And that's how I utilize that.
장면들도 보여주셨던 것 같아요. 첫 경기는 정말 충격 그 자체였어요. 수비의 신이 강렬한
So the first match.
이신영 선수가 이번 16강에서도
We were just so surprised by that godlike defense.
오셨는데 테란이 아예 프로선인 척하고 빌드를 속이면서 쥐어짜는 타이밍 공격을 봤거든요. 이거 그냥 계속 막으시는
INnoVation was even bringing out a different style.
가시는 줄 알았어요.
솔직히 저 빌드가
Especially doing that proxy build, we're not used to seeing that kind of play from him.
네.
What were your thoughts?
심리전을 해도 제가 상황이 나쁜 게 하나도 없더라고요.
그래요? 그때
네.
엄청 불리했던 거 아니에요?
Even though he did the mind games,
스스로가 그냥
I think
별로 나쁘다고
I was surprised with that, but I don't think those builds that he used in general were actually that good.
했는데 좀 제가 좀 방심을 좀 많이 한 것 같아요.
To be honest, throughout the whole series, I felt like I was always pretty much in a good situation as long as I didn't drop my guard.
것 같습니다. 자, 오늘 경기 전에 연습을 굉장히 많이 하셨다고 이야기를 하시더라고요. 조성주 선수가
Before we had the matches, you mentioned you've been training really, really hard. I'm imagining you were practicing with Mario, right? He says yes.
연습 때 그 조성주 선수와의 연습 결과는 어땠나요?
제가 솔직히 말하면 성주한테 되게 많이 져가지고.
How are your practice results against Mario?
인터뷰에서
So I lose to Mario all the time.
했더라고요.
네.
근데 제 생각에는 명호가 더 잘하는 것 같은데 저보다 테란전은.
네.
그래가지고 연습 때는 제가 많이
He says I'm the best Zerg, but honestly, I think Dark might be better than me.
그러면
Just in terms of practice,
이번 8강 그
mentality.
조성주인데 이 조성주 선수의
So you're going to be facing Mario in the quarterfinals.
일단은
What are your predictions?
저는 솔직히 성주랑
Honestly,
좋고 저도 상관없어가지고 그냥
네.
팬분들에게 재밌는 경기 기대할 만한 경기를 하고 싶어요.
아니 8강 지금
I'm not thinking about whether or not I'm going to win or advance against Mario. What's most important to me is I show some great games to the people that are watching.
우승했다고.
아니요, 그래서 확정지어가지고
아,
네,
네.
괜찮아요.
Are you going to make it to the semifinals again?
확정지었다고.
So far, I've gotten this far.
GSL 중요하지 않다는
중요한데
거예요?
그래도 성주 맨날 이겨가지고 제가
네.
중요한 경기에서 그래서 그냥
네.
저도
Are you saying GSL's not enough for you? No, it's not like that.
그렇게 생각하고 그냥 마음 편하게 재밌는 경기 할 생각.
I mean, even winning the matches, it's better to win than to lose.
팀킬 경기 기대하겠습니다. 자, 3년 만에
He's just happy to be going to BlizzCon
already,
basically.
He's already cemented that.
마지막으로 팬들에게 한마디 들려주시죠.
일단은
Anything you want to say to your fans?
8강을 갔는데 8강에서 또 팬분들이 되게 기대할 만한 매치가.
Well, I've been into the quarterfinals.
열심히 준비해서 재밌는 경기 보여드리고.
I think this match against tomorrow is going to get a lot of attention. Hope you guys have high expectations.
도욱이랑 후안이랑 태양한테 너무 고맙다고 하고 싶어요.
네, 알겠습니다. 다시 한번
Also, thank you to Mario and Cure who helped me practice for this.
네, 이렇게
And that does it. Tosis.
All right.
오늘 경기 최종
It's
정리
definitely a
부탁드리겠습니다.
nice little day of matches. Not exactly the results like I expected them. I thought for sure Rogue would be able to get out, but it was actually a lot closer than I really expected today.
Among the rubble,
Yeah.
Deer rises out first. What?
Yeah.
Deer? But wasn't he like so 4 or 5 years ago? Yeah.
And he's so right now as
He's
well.
so today.
Yeah.
He's so here. He's so hot right now.
Well,
Okay?
you know what? It doesn't matter.
Look at Rogue in the back. Stay in the back, Rogue. Deer goes to the front.
That's true.
The guy who gets out first gets to be in the front part of
And
the
I tell
slide.
you, everyone wanted to win the group because Maru is more scary than Zest at the moment.
Yeah.
And Dear Zest, who the hell knows who wins that? But Rogue Maru, even more. Who in the hell knows wins that? That's like
That's
crazy.
going to be crazy.
No, I don't even want to see it.
So we've gotten half of our players into the
I
round
want
of
to
8.
sleep through that and just wake up and someone's like, it was a great series. It was 3-2. Maru won. I'm like, okay, thank you. Like, are you going to watch? I'm like, no.
I just needed to know. So all through next week, we're going to get the other side of the bracket cemented with these handsome boys.
Yeah, Wednesday. For me, this is really the group of death. Dark, Classic, Trap, and TY. That's insanity. That is crazy. Anything can happen in there. Anything. Deer might even win that group.
Yeah, what if Deer comes out on top again? It's crazy.
It could happen. Trap is just another form of Deer, right?
Yeah. I kind of put them in the same caliber in my head. Maybe I put Trap a little bit higher, but not anymore. Now it's all about Deer. Now it's over, man.
Not anymore.
So, fun day today. By the way, guys, the ASL Finals is tomorrow. It's going to be dope.
Oh, yeah. That's so sick.
Yeah.
Rain versus snow.
It's going to be...
What's the better weather condition, Protoss?
It's going to be at Exit 6 at Samsung Station. It's going to be outdoors. There are no tickets you need to buy. You just show up.
It's an outdoor stage, so like even if there's not a seat, you can still watch. And definitely come if you're in Korea. This is definitely worth your time, even if you're just a StarCraft 2 person. This is still like a sick match.
So that's all the time we have. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow at the ASL Finals.
We are warriors. We are warriors. No one left behind. We are glorious, young and victorious. Battle-struck warriors. No one left behind. Whoa, this is what you came for. This is what you paid for. Whoa.
Game activated.
There's a place at the end of the
road. 2018 GSL Season 2 Overgrowth.